One of the things that most people in professional services, most practitioners struggle with, whether they be lawyers, accountants, engineers, is finding time to do business development. They know they need to do it, they know they need to talk to their clients and win new work, but finding that time in their busy schedules of client work is really, really tricky. Today, I'm going to provide the basics of how you do business development in just 18 minutes a day. So without any further ado, let me share those secrets with you. So one of the most important parts when we're doing business development on a daily basis is to form that habit and have to have a clear plan of it as well. But first of all, we have to understand who we're talking to and where they all fit in. So I like to refer to this thing we call buckets. So who are your clients, who are your referrers, and who are your targets, those dream clients that you wish you had. Start forming a list, but that list can't just be names of organisations. It needs to be the person you need to speak to, because we need to understand who we're trying to communicate with so we can understand them better. Now this bit, over a period of time, will take longer than the 18 minutes. But doing that work up front and putting some time in is really, really important, because when we have those lists, we can speed up the whole process, and throughout the year we can actually do the BD in 18 minutes, which I'll talk you through next. So your buckets are organised. You know who you want to talk to. You've got your clients, your referrers and your targets. And particularly with the first two, the clients and referrers, you can spend 6 minutes of your allotted BD time in that day just booking those meetings. You know stuff about them, you know who they are. They're most likely to want to meet with you anyway. So get them booked in. And yes, it's tempting to have the coffee catch up, and that will absolutely work. But maybe, and perhaps it's better to have an agenda or something that's purposeful around it. So say I want to catch up with you, find out more about your business, see how things are going, share about what we're seeing. All that stuff will drive a better conversation. You have a better conversation that provides value to the person, they'll want to meet with you again. And just think about it. In one 6-minute slot, you should be able to book 2, maybe even 3 meetings in. So if you do that every week, exponentially, your calendar will grow with client development meetings, referrer meetings, the activity will be up. It's relatively simple to do. The work will come, the activity will be up. So in 6 minutes a day, we're really starting to fire that BD. One of the things I'm most often asked about by anyone in professional services, lawyer, accountant, engineer, whoever it might be, is how do you get back in touch with your client when you finish working with them? And it can be tricky. You've sent the invoice and there it is. But let's use this next 6 minutes in our daily activity to think about what's important to them. How much do we understand about them? How can we demonstrate that understanding of them? And let's do some research. Let's find some articles and blogs which are relevant to them. Ideally not about the stuff that you can help them with, but just the stuff that's really important. The challenges, the things that they're facing. There's lots of good resources out there. There's lots of global reports, all sorts of stuff and lots of content. So use Google, use the social media networks, find the right stuff. Spend 6 minutes, think about maybe one client and find the stuff that's really important to them. And that's what we need to do in this 6-minute block to help fire up our daily BD. So having spent the time to do the research, it's really important we use that research and share it with our clients and referrers. But we can't just send it across and say, here it is, enjoy. Have to have a more personalised message. Explain why you sent it across to them. Explain why it's relevant. Explain why it will help them with what they're trying to achieve. If you found a 60, 80 page or even longer report, don't just send that as an attachment and say, here you go. That's a little bit overwhelming for people. Instead, say this is the most relevant part. These are the things we discussed. This is what we think will help you in what you're trying to achieve. It really does show that you care about your client, you understand them, and that they're top of your mind, and that you're trying to help them even when you're not engaged in working with them. That builds rapport and that gives them a reason to want to get in touch with you more often than not. And it's a great part of client development. And it can be done within this 18 minutes a day window we've got. So you know that your clients, your referrers and the people you work with in your markets are interested in these articles and research you found. So now you can use it to boost your personal brand. Really, really simple. Particularly on LinkedIn, take that article, share it, say why it's relevant, put a little summary in, and say one of the shares with you. Maybe ask a question, what are your thoughts on this issue? Try and build that conversation. If you struggle on how to write posts like that, the great news is ChatGPT's there, other AI tools, and you can try and put something together. It may seem a little cheesy, but you've got the structure, you can edit it down super quick. So within your 18 minutes a day, not only are you doing business development client work, you're boosting your personal brand. And that is really it. It's quite simple. Business development in 18 minutes a day. You know who you're talking to. You book some meetings. You've done some client research. You've managed to engage with them and send that research to them. You've then used it to even boost your personal brand. It hasn't taken a lot of time. Yes, there is fault, but it's about that discipline of putting it in there. If you can do this once or even twice a week, you'll see huge returns in your business and you'll see your practice growing. So follow the steps in this video. Do your business development in 18 minutes a day. We have plenty of other content on the channel, so remember to like and subscribe. We look forward to sharing more with you.